much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now a two-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
You look at this Niner defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Niners much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. Able to avoid him at the 40.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll roll him out right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throwing partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run-supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A solid stiff arm. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
He's relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Purdy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The Niners at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Purdy.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt.
And back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. A handoff. Barkley running left.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at this Niner defense.
This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also right in the run was getting this tip. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and a yard.
Throwing Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw him do.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
In motion goes McLeod. Purdy's throw complete there to McLeod.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Purdy now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A first down carry for Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a toss right to Barkley. Ooh, the juke. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get in that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Jones now on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jalen Hyatt
With his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control of that. Others, they're going to look to get a couple of short passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Barkley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Oh, good move. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Looking to throw. Jones.
They'll find Hodgins there complete.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down, Giants. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Click right, click right, click right.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
First down, New York.
Off play action. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Purdy's throw taken in by Miller.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Samuel with a catch, and he's still the gold standard for receivers getting work out of the backfield, even if his numbers fell in 2022. Most yards, carries among NFL receivers, over 850 total yards for him in 2022. Not too shabby, since he only played 13 games.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's another 49er. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the Giants' 19-yard line.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Muscles him off. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop if someone's over 80%.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Really did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Operating from the gun. Jones looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Jackson to return. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Niners' 47-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Jones, off the play fake. Complete right side to Hyatt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Rolling to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Gano's kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 7 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
All right, offense, keep pushing the ball downfield.
In motion goes McLeod. Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Here's Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
They go play action here. Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Purdy to throw. That is caught.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Purdy.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Here's 1st and goal.
That's another 49er.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Again, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Purdy to throw.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. Very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
In the 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Okay, here we go.
points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall.
Can I talk my... Come on! That other side...